Muslims and Christians worship the same God, but they differ in their understanding of his nature. The Persian Magi studied the logos of the universe by watching the movement of the stars in the heavens. When a great new star appeared, the Magi followed it and found Jesus Christ, the Logos incarnate. Persians pray for the return of the 12th Imam, knowing that Jesus Christ will be at his side when he returns. What they don't understand is that Jesus is the Logos. For centuries, Persians have been praying for the return of Logos to their nation. That moment has arrived. Basira Press is the vehicle for the return of Logos. In 1979, the movement of Logos in human history involved two insurrections against materialism. The Islamic Revolution against American imperialism, which took place in Tehran in February, and the Catholic Revolution against communism, which began in Warsaw 4 months later. That movement ended 10 years later when the Berlin Wall fell, signaling the end of communism and when the Ayatollah Khomeini died. Neither NATO nor the mullahs recognized that an era had come to an end. America expanded NATO instead of abolishing it and destroyed any chance of peace with Russia. The time has come to return to the discussion which got interrupted in 1989 when the Ayatollah Khomeini died and NATO began its war on Russia. Persia needs to inaugurate instead a nationwide discussion of the logos of human sexuality. This is necessary at this moment because the main threat to the continued existence of the Persian nation is demographic. Persians have stopped having children. I learned this firsthand when I gave a lecture on sexual liberation and political control at a mosque on the campus of the University of Tehran. How many of you men are married? I asked. After around 20 men raised their hands, I asked them one by one, how many children do you have? Their answer to my question demonstrated the gravity of the current demographic crisis. Not one man had one child. If things continue in this direction, the Persian nation will cease to exist in 20 years after existing for over 2,500 years.
دشمن نه دشمن ایران یا دشمن انقلاب، دشمن بشریت تصمیم گرفته نظام خانواده رو در بین بشر از بین ببره. این سنت الهی است. خانواده سنت الهی است. دشمن بشریت یعنی جریان سرمایه‌داری بین المللی و صهیونیسم. اینا تصمیم گرفتن از 100 سال پیش از این حدود تقریباً خانواده رو در بین بشر از بین ببرن. یه جایی موفق شدن، در اون جایی که از خدا دور بودن موفق شدن، در یه جایی هم موفق نشدن، از جمله در ایران اسلامی ما، اما دارن تلاش میکنن این ازدواج‌های سخت، این ازدواج‌های دیر، این فرزندآوری کم، این به تعبیر غلط زشتشون ازدواج‌های سفید که سیاه‌ترین نوع زندگی مزدوجه، اینا همش به خاطر این است که خانواده از بین بره. رواج شهوات، از بین رفتن حیا و عفت، امروز اینها جزء برنامه‌های دشمنه.
Freedom cannot exist without logos because freedom involves the necessity of acting rationally in the choices we make. Rationality is not an option. It is a duty that transcends religious affiliation because it is based on our nature as rational creatures. Freedom means acting on the logos of sexuality, and the logos of sexuality involves accepting fertility and the ability to have children as part of God's plan. If Persia does not first discover and then act on the logos of sexuality, she will cease to exist as a nation without any help from the CIA. Basira Press is committed to promoting this discussion.